The windshield wipers struggled like trapped animals, dragging themselves through rain so thick it looked like smeared oil paint. Takuya's palms were slick with sweat. From the trunk came a dull, rhythmic thud every time the car took a turn. Heavy plastic bags slamming into metal. Meat against steel. He had killed his wife, Mina, on this rain-soaked night with no signal. All he had to do was cross this old highway and dump the trash into the bottomless ravine beyond. Exit in 4 kilometers. The headlights swept over a cracked concrete milestone. Strands of long black hair were tangled around it, writhing in the wind as if alive. Takuya's heart skipped. He floored the gas. 3 minutes later, the milestone appeared again at the edge of the headlights. Exit in 4 kilometers. Takuya slammed the steering wheel.
Shit. Is the navigation broken?
He glanced at the rearview mirror. The back seat had been empty. Now, reflected in the glass, were 2 pale, wet hands slowly emerging from the gap beneath the seat. Dirt packed under the fingernails. Dried blood caked along the skin. Takuya froze. He knew exactly where Mina's arms were. He had cut them off himself, sealed them inside the bags in the trunk. The car stereo crackled to life, even though the engine was off. It wasn't static. It was a nursery rhyme, one Mina used to hum. Slow, warped, dragged out, as if forced through a throat full of sand.
Takuya, it hurts.
Her voice seeped from the speakers, carrying a rotten, metallic stench. A shadow flashed past the window. The milestone appeared for the 3rd time. But now, it wasn't hair wrapped around it. A woman clung to the stone, limbs twisted at impossible angles, crawling, running, keeping pace with the car, her body bending in ways no human body should.
Get away! Get the hell away!
Takuya stomped the accelerator. The tires screamed. The car fishtailed violently, then stopped dead in the middle of the road. Silence. Takuya sucked in air, hands shaking as he slammed the door locks. Locked. All locked. Then a chill crawled up his spine. The back seat was soaked. Rainwater pooled across the upholstery. He turned, slowly, toward the trunk. The rear seat backs, once upright, were folding down on their own. One of the black bags had split open. A wet head rolled out onto the seat. Mina, her eyes were wide open, fixed on him. Takuya screamed and lunged for the door. Nothing. The doors wouldn't open. Outside the window, the milestone stood again. He collapsed back into the driver's seat. The letters carved into the stone had changed. Destination, 0 kilometers. The navigation voice came on, clear, calm. It was Mina's voice. Her gentle, familiar tone.
Takuya, wait for me.
He snapped his head around. The headlights were still on. Rain hammered against the windshield, over and over, like invisible hands slapping the glass. And pressed against the passenger side window was Mina. Her body was rotting, joints twisted backward, flesh sagging and split. The window rolled down on its own. Mina leaned inside. Her neck stretched impossibly long, but her eyes never left his. She smiled, too wide.
Now,
She said softly.
it's my turn to take you out to throw away the trash.
Takuya's mind crumbled like dried clay, flaking apart in seconds. He opened his mouth to beg. All that came out was a dull, wet thud, the same sound the bags had made in the trunk. The wipers kept moving. The engine started, and the car, carrying him, disappeared down the endless rain-soaked road.